Kazakh national handcrafts make up the precious roots of steppe culture. They provide an inside look into nomadic lives. The art of the nation who once lived upon the great steppe is pictured here through wood and iron processing, jewelry and felting. Many programs modernize the culture of hunting, falconry, horse training and racing. Take a look inside the Kazakh culture on the program KazArt.
Мен атам Rakhymbek деген кісі жалпы шебер болған, қолөнер шебер, ертұрман.
My grandfather's name was Rakhymbek, and he was a craftsman. He was a master of making saddles with girth. My father was also a skilled craftsman. Later, my teacher at school was very well educated and an amazing person. This person launched the Club of Skilled Hands, where I started learning my craftsmanship. Before this, I used to attend a drawing club. We used to escape our household chores and go to school after lunch, where till the late evening we mastered various things from wood. And when we brought these things, our parents were very happy and they forgave us. Yerdos Rakhymbekov is a craftsman. He graduated from the Almaty State University, named after a Bai, obtaining a degree in art processing wood and metal. He was in the Faculty of Decorative Arts. He was the diploma winner of the 5th Republican Contest of Manufacturing Masters of Kazakh National Musical Instruments in the Dumbra Ukili Dumbra. In 2010, he was awarded a stipend from the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. He is the grand prize winner of the first international contest of traditional puppet art festival, Ortike 2010. The Dumbras and the Kobus that he has made are on display at the Museum of the First President and Dina Nurpesova's museum. In 1993, the young school graduate entered a pedagogical university named after a Bai in Almaty. It was there that he got knowledge from the famous craftsman Joly Rakhymbekov.
Бірінші жаңағы курстан бастап, мен сол Joly ағаның қасында шеберханада өзінен рұқсат сұрадым.
Starting from the first year, I used to be near Joly aga, mainly in his studio. First, I asked permission from him, stating that I wanted to learn this art. He immediately agreed. Generally speaking, his studio is always open for people who want to learn. Everything started in that studio. I made my first dumbra from wood there, which I found myself. Maybe Joly aga deliberately did not help me with that, and he was just giving me instructions. If I analyze now, that was that person's teaching method. What this person taught me is that I should only use dried wood. I searched for such wood and I hardly found some bred, polished, and then they became 3 or 4 millimeters. I cut everything by hand and with great effort I finished the dumbra until winter. There were so many funny things between those moments. Since then, the interest and mastery of skills has increased. He gave his first dumbra that he finished with such big effort as a present to his sister. The next dumbra was presented for his first dumbra teacher, who taught him to play beautifully on this instrument, Sailhan Husseinov. Later, popular singers and kui players started paying attention to Yerdos's dumbras. Nowadays, there are many masters who make dumbras, but very few really skilled masters who have talent that is admired by professional musicians. Firstly, we learned the crafts well, and we also learned how to make instruments. Then I was admitted to study in my master's degree. During those 4 or 5 years, I learned how to make dumbras, their covers, the distinguishing sounds, and moreover, in 3 or 4 years, I started to learn how to play the dumbra under Sailhan Aga's guidance. And my tastes changed when I started to feel the sound. Yerdos, who became a skilled master of making national instruments, does not have any secrets. He believes that the real master is not only skilled in his working with wood, but he also should have high musical ability.
Сол екеуі қосылғанда сен мына ағашты жақсы таңдайсың. Дыбыс сөйлейтін ағашты. Содан кейін барып.
When you have both of them, you will be able to choose the speaking tree or wood. And then you will search how to make the sounds from the wood. Choosing the right wood is a great work, because not all wood is the same. and not all wood can speak. You should get it close to your ears, knock on it, and check. The layers inside the wood influence its ability to rise volume up or down. Then the drying side of the wood matters. The more years it dries, the stronger sound it makes. The best wood is from the Tian Shan fir tree. This was scientifically proven as well. This is truly the tree that gives the best sound. It should dry not under the sun, but in a shadow, and for a long time. When people make orders for dumbras to me, some request that the instrument should have a lower volume, but a deeper sound, while others want a strong one with a wide range. And depending on the aimed instrument, you should search for the needed tree.
Теуіп тұратын сахнада дыбысы басып тұратын домбыра керек дейді. Соған өзінше ағаш іздейсіз.
The Kazakh dumbra is closely connected to the nation. This very special dumbra saves inside of it the whole history and sadness of our nation. Beautiful songs of poets and playful kuis show the history of the dumbra that is very rich. Our ancestors knew well that they needed hard work to make these musical instruments. In the East, the three-string dumbra was made of pine, cedar, fir, or curly birch. In the West, mulberry was used, and in central Kazakhstan, birch was used. And the top cover was made from a fir tree, which has the highest acoustics. Naturally, when making dumbras, each region uses the resources that they have.
Бұрын Қазақта шауып жасаған домбыраны. Бүтін ағаштан басын, мойнын бірақ шауып жасалған. Сол себепті оған.
In the early days, Kazakhs made dumbras through cutting off. The head and the neck were cut off from the whole wood. That is why mainly pine was used. In much of ancient times, dumbras were made from pine, and the Kazakhs have a reason for choosing this tree. It is because pine trees are the leader in their sound conduction abilities. Nowadays, if you look at modern musical instruments, you can notice that the cover is made from a pine tree. Our ancestors knew this a long time ago.
Бет ағашы көбіне қарағайдан жабылады. Сол себепті біздің ата-бабамыз оны ежелден білген, сондықтан қарағайдан жасаған.
One of the artists who plays on the dumbra made by Yerdos in many countries is the performer from the ethno-rock band Ulitao, Yerdos Rakhymbekov. This famous dumbra player tells that he knows Yerdos from student times, and at that time he has already noticed his talent.
Бұл кісінің домбыралары қай жағынан алсаңыз да бір үздікті. Мысалы, ағаштың таңдауы, мысалға түстерін бір-біріне.
His dumbras are the best in any category. For instance, the wood chosen, the color combinations, wood combinations, and the dumbra's shape. Everything is not like in other dumbras. Here you can see Yedek's signature in this hole. You can see the distinguishing features of his dumbras based on these signatures. Apart from this, the main thing is choosing the dumbra for its sound. I would tell you that every dumbra player looks for an instrument to go to Yerdos. Since when I need a dumbra, I always approach him, because Yerdos will find the sound and even colors that you want. That is why every dumbra player can find what he needs in Yedek's dumbras. Some dumbras might disappoint even the skilled player while playing on it. These disappointments mean that there is a mistake in the performance, which the audience notices. That is why I wish all dumbra makers were like Yerdos, who pays attention to every detail, so that you can't find any errors in his works.
Әр деталін бір-біріне келістіру, немесе бірде-бір мін таба алмайсыз да бұл кісінің домбыралары.
Kilkobus player Zuhra Madiyarova also admires Yerdos's professionalism. For many years, she's been playing on the kobus made by Yerdos and fascinating her audiences with great music.
Мне мастер Yerdos очень нравится тем, что он
Yerdos is a great master. He is the craftsman who understands and feels the soul of the instrument. This could be his peculiarity, I've brought already 3 kobuzes from him. Every instrument he makes is original and has a great sound. The shape is beautiful and it's done at a high quality level. When you play on such an instrument, you feel that it was made by a true master.
Когда исполняешь на этом инструменте, чувствуется, что его исполнял профессионал-мастер.
The special trait that Yerdos possesses as an instrument maker is his ability to find the exact sound that the singer or the kui player needs. The main and the most important part of the dombra is its cover part that produces the sound. Yerdos makes this part with great patience, remaking and replacing it as many times as needed for the great final result. Another of his traits is that even if he has a limited time, he never rushes his work. He works only when he has high spirits and inspiration.
Мен енді ұстаздық жасап жатқаннан кейін өнер академиясында ол жерде мен балаларды сол ағашты көркемдеп өңдеу.
I am teaching students how to work with wood and decorate it at the Arts Academy. We do everything together, drawing and sketching. We study not only working with wood, but we also have classes called Using Additional Resources. That is learning how to decorate using bones, stones, and metal. I have also studied wood and metal decoration myself before.
Өзім оқыған оқу орнында соның бәрін меңгеріп шыққанбыз. Ағашты және металды көркемдеп өңдеу деген мамандықта.
Мен өзім Қытай Халық Республикасы Алтай қаласынан келгенмін. Ердос аға туралы айтар болсам,
I came from the Altai city in China. We've heard about Yerdos Aga even at my hometown. I worked as a singer in the entertainment site in Altai. We had dombra players there as well. They were admiring Yerdos Aga's talent, and they used to come from far in order to order dombras from him. I've been interested in making dombras from my childhood. That is why I dreamt of coming here and meeting Yerdos Aga personally. I came to him, and I told him that I want to be his student, to learn to make dombras. I did not know how he was teaching at the Kazakh National Art Academy after Zhurgenov. And thanks to his advice, I entered this university, and studying here at the moment. I plan to graduate next year. The famous art researcher and singer Teleos Kurmangaliev is holding a dombra made by the craftsman Kambar Kasimov. The master made this instrument specifically for Kazakh national artist Jibek Bekov. Kambar Aga uses the oldest method and cut off for the dombra wholly from pine trees. And Yerdos' professionalism renovated this dombra that was being used by Jibek Bekov to popularize Kazakh songs and kuis.
Jibek'in бұл домбырамен талай сахналарда талай бейне жазбаларын көреміз осы домбырамен отырғандарын. Енді бұл домбыраны
We can see from many recorded videos that Jibek performed a lot with these dombras on many stages. And for sure, after being used a lot, the dombra gets old. And speaking of renovation works, it requires a high level of professionalism to renovate the instrument while not damaging the old traits and history, and bringing it back to its identical shape.
өзінің күндегі ескі формада оны жаңаша әрлеген жаңа дүние көрініп тұрады. Сол себепті ескілігінен айнытпай қалыбына келтіру деген ол шебердің ізденімпаздығын көрсетеді.
Nowadays, there are many masters and craftsmen who make national musical instruments. However, there are only a few who know the history of the instruments, their shapes and size characteristics, and who can make them following the old traditions, and even keeping the meaning of the drawings painted on them. One of such rare masters is Yerdos.